2 weeks after a fire destroyed this Mount Pleasant apartment building, displacing more than 70 people, we now know what caused it. Vancouver Fire Rescue Services saying on Thursday that fire investigators have determined candles are to blame.
We all knew the cause of the fire that night because the person whose unit it was actually came out and said what happened.
Taylor Calhoun, who lived in the building at East 10th Avenue and Prince Edward Street, says she's not surprised, but she isn't sure why it took so long for fire investigators to publicly reveal the cause. She was among the residents allowed back into the building on Thursday to retrieve some of her belongings, but says she found her unit had been ransacked by looters.
Every unit pretty much that I've spoken to has been looted. Just weird things have been taken. So for us, like shoes, skateboards, things out of our fridge. The fact that somebody was in my home going through my stuff, taking things, that's been probably the hardest part.
The fire broke out on the evening of July 27th. About 70 firefighters responded. Some got heat exhaustion and one was injured. While no residents were hurt, they were all left homeless. Some, like Calhoun, have found housing. Others are staying at a local hotel provided by Emergency Support Services or family or friends as they search for a new home in a very tight rental market.
Looking at basically any website that rentals are posted on with very little to no success.
Philip Wyattrack says it's so hard to find something affordable and pet-friendly, they're looking at the possibility of getting a work visa and leaving the country.
I have nowhere else to go right now, and I don't want to be staying with my brother basically endlessly.
Last week, City News reported that the building's owners were accused of 20 fire code violations late last year, including failure to maintain fire extinguishers, fire doors, and the fire alarm system. Both Wyattrack and Calhoun say they believe the fire and damage could have been avoided had fire safety been taken seriously.
It really feels like this was something that could have been so easily prevented had these codes been, had they been followed, had they been looked after, had they even been considered.
It would have helped at least mitigate some of the damage and especially the water damage to the rest of the building.
The day after the fire, Vancouver Fire Rescue Services said it was going to be reviewing the history of previous incidents and fire inspections at the building, but hasn't yet shared its findings. In Vancouver, Monika Gul, City News.